The following BLTV program is brought to you by O'Flaherty Law.
Welcome to Learn About Law. My name is Kevin O'Flaherty from O'Flaherty Law, and today we're going to talk about the length of the guardianship process. We're going to answer the question, how long does the guardianship process for disabled adults take in Illinois? The main issue is whether the guardianship is disputed or undisputed. It can be disputed if either the disabled adult or a third party disagrees that either guardianship is necessary or that the extent that is requested is necessary, so maybe a limited guardianship is only necessary, or that the person who's petitioning to be named the guardian is the right person to be named the guardian of the disabled adult. So let's first talk about when a guardianship is undisputed. If a guardianship is undisputed, the process can take anywhere from 14 days to 2 months, usually closer to the 2-month end of things. A lot of the legwork and time is taken up in gathering the information needed for filing the initial guardianship petition. So this can include securing a medical report, getting medical records, and gathering other information that's necessary to put together the initial package of documents that has to be filed to initiate the guardianship. Once that is filed, notice is going to go out to all of the interested parties, including the disabled adult, and then the hearing on guardianship can be held anywhere from 14 days to 2 months later. If everything is in order and no one is objecting, then at that hearing, the final guardianship order will be entered, and the initial part of the case is done. Although, on an ongoing basis, the guardian will typically go back into court and report annually on any financial activities and sometimes on personal decisions. There are several factors that can cause a guardianship case to be longer than 2 months, and we'll talk about some of these. One is the availability of the information necessary for the petition. So if it takes a really long time to gather this information, or your doctor is not responsive in getting a report back to you, that can extend the process. Another is the judge's schedule and case volume. So sometimes the judge might have trials scheduled during the ideal time where you want the guardianship hearing to be. This only will tend to push things back by maybe about a month. The most disastrous factor to a guardianship case, the one that can really make it last a long time, is disputes over whether the guardianship is necessary or whether the person who's seeking to be appointed guardian is appropriate. If a guardianship is disputed, the case can take a year or more. It can still be resolved in less than a year, but typically in a disputed guardianship, that first hearing date that you set between 2 weeks and a month isn't actually the final trial. Usually people will request time to issue written discovery questions to the other side, ask for documents, take depositions, and there might be motion practice back and forth, which can significantly delay the case. So you might not get to the final hearing until a year after the case has been filed if there's a dispute. Now, there's another situation we want to talk about, which is temporary and emergency guardianships. So in either a disputed or undisputed guardianship case, one of the parties can seek to have an emergency or temporary guardian appointed. And this can even be done on day one, the same day the petition is filed, if you can show that there's going to be harm to the disabled adult if a guardian isn't appointed immediately, and that there was no opportunity to give proper notice. So an emergency guardianship, basically the first phase of an emergency guardianship, is for a very short time, and it's only until notice can be given to everybody that's involved. And then there's a temporary guardianship that can happen once notice has been passed out to everybody. And this is basically from the time of the filing of the petition or the initial emergency guardianship expires until the time that a final order is entered in the guardianship case, until a hearing can be held on the merits. And this expires periodically and has to be renewed. So in a temporary emergency guardianship situation, guardianship can be basically temporarily granted almost immediately. But again, when we're talking about final guardianship petitions or final guardianship orders, in an undisputed case, expect 2 weeks to 2 months. In a disputed case, expect 2 months to a year or maybe longer. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments section below this post at learn-about-law.com or below our video on our YouTube station. If you found this helpful and you want to get notified of our daily content that we're putting out and what the titles of the article are, and see if they might be useful to you, Please subscribe to us on YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud. If you need some help with a guardianship case, feel free to give us a call at 630-324-6666. That's 630-324-6666. We offer free consultations, and we have offices all around Chicagoland for your convenience. Thank you so much for watching and listening.
Thanks so much for watching our video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Click the subscribe button for new videos every week, and download and review us on iTunes. Visit learn-about-law.com for other legal-related articles and videos. Visit our business podcast and video blog, seizeyourbusiness.com, and visit Making Real Estate Fun for real estate videos and podcasts. Call us at 630-324-6666 for a free consultation.